Stamp duty cuts drive up property. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article shared from realestate.com.au, originally from the Herald Sun. Melbourne home buyers are raising their budgets after stamp duty cuts. Now this is the worry when, well, they remove a tax on real estate, that money that people have already allocated to the purchase of the property. They're going to just use that to outbid other people. So you're going to see a apparent increase in property, which, well, from the buyer's perspective, it's making no difference. If anything, you might prefer the money going to the individual citizen, hopefully, that you're selling the property to, rather than to the state. Maybe that's just me. What would you rather in the comments? I'm going to have another shot of coffee. You let me know. Would you rather pay taxes to the state or pay more money to another person? Let me know in the comments. We'll see. Because, well, who's going to make more use of the money? So let's have a look at this. Home sellers in Melbourne's more affordable pockets had already thousands of dollars better off after a stamp duty cut announced this week. Fantastic. Let's see. I mean, this is the same thing. What would happen with... There's calls to completely remove stamp duty for foreign investors to stimulate the unit market. What would happen there? Would that start the drive up of property? Or really, it would just... you'd imagine it would mitigate the trend down. And they're talking about, I'm assuming, existing housing. So the stamp duty cuts are going, more people probably compete for a house than a unit. At least that's what it seems to be. It seems to be manifesting around the place. Probably because of the restrictions people have had. I would hate to have been locked down in Victoria, restricted from even leaving your place if you were in like a tiny little one-bedroom studio or apartment. What if there's a couple living together in a studio? Yeah, nuts. Ray White Gladstone Park director Philip Mercica said he had watched 3 auctions sell tens of thousands above reserve in the city's north today. But, I mean, according to all the real estate articles, auctions only ever sell above reserve. They never sell below reserve. I've never heard of that happening at all in any of the propaganda we've seen. Or maybe it's just not reported or it doesn't make the news. He estimated many buyers looking at homes for under $1 million had already added about $12,000 to their budget this weekend as a result of the cuts. Tuesday's state budget announcement established home buyers would have 25% of their duty payment waived for homes up to $1 million. There are new stamp duty incentives that are driving very strong competition, Mr. Mercica said. And I think the results today and going forward will definitely be assisted. I mean, here's the thing, everyone. You may be concerned that it's going to drive up property prices. We're seeing a funny market at the moment where a lot of people are wanting to get into houses. A lot of people are thinking this is their only chance that they're going to have. It's FOMO. FOMO is driving people. I think reducing taxation on principle and allowing individual citizens who have earned that money to spend it on whatever they want is sensible, in principle. The problem is the governments don't tend to reduce their costs at the same time when they reduce their tax, so they just run up more debt and deficit, where they get to the point where they're borrowing money to pay for operating expenses. It's just insane. But that's a whole other side of the story. His agency sold 45 Willow Way, Atwood, under the hammer for $935,000 after 7 bidders drove the home $95,000 past its reserve. At 25 Deanne Drive, Tullamarine, 8 bidders pushed the price $93,000 past reserve to $723,000. Jess Furriger and Brock Gallagher were among those to benefit from the budget move. With their 37 Bramcote Drive West Meadows home sold for $685,000 despite a $630,000 reserve. You know, I feel like I'm in a bit of shock. It might have taken a few days to sink in, she said. I'm a little bit of a pessimist, and I had expected the worst. Well, I mean, that's probably a good position to be in. It aligns quite nicely with my stoic outlook on life. And you know, I'd encourage people, if you haven't, investigate the stoic philosophy, stoicism. Do some reading and exploration of it. Part of it is to meditate on the worst possible outcomes you could imagine, or to even, you know, prep yourself and experience it. One reason why I encourage fasting for a few days, because then you're no longer afraid of going hungry. And then when you read articles about people, you know, oh, from the ABC, oh, rent is so high, such and such had to skip meals. You become a hardened bastard to it. That's the problem, though. You know, when you do these type of things, you tend to become a bit hardened and a little less accepting of the emotional manipulation that you can find in some of the media. You know. So the results also validated her effort in a home renovation that made it the best it could possibly be without changing it structurally. So they dressed it up. I've taken the shell of the house as it was and made it into a more beautiful home, she said. I mean, there you go. It looks beautiful. Nice. Timber floors. Timber floors, guys, always make a world of difference. Polished timber floors. We have 100-year-old timber floors that are not polished. One thing we're probably going to have to do, and I think Rachel's volunteered for this, is vacuuming in the ceiling space. Because of all of the stuff that's coming down there, I don't think she realizes how much of a nightmare that's going to be. And I'm just going to pretend that I don't realize and just, you know, encourage it. But, you know, polishing the floors, you know, nice kitchen, probably, yep, stone bench tops, or, you know, fake stone. So, yeah, there you go. Her and Mr. Gallagher, along with their poodles, I mean, oh, come on, are building a new forever home in Romsey. Don't people have kids anymore in these type? Oh, of course not. I mean, look at that. I mean, okay, that is not the house of someone with children. That is not the house with someone with children. Not at all. Not by any measure. Or I know it's staging, but can young people actually manage to sell houses? You have to take the kids out and you know, rent another house to keep the kids in. Or maybe you just terrify them so much the kids don't do anything. Or they're just playing computer games all the time and not making mess. That's the one advantage of that. She said the day's results were good news for sellers, but while buyers would be facing higher competition for the rest of the year, he was expecting more people would list their homes after seeing big results. So we're going to see more property entering the market. So there you have it, everyone. Apparently, anecdotally, based on this small sample size, the changes to stamp duty in Victoria are starting to see prices slightly creep up. Well, if there's an increase in supply, that might mitigate that. If these became a long-term change, it might mitigate this too. We'll have to see. So what do you all think, everyone? What do you think? Do you think we're going to see more of this? Do you think it's going to have the same impact on units? Or just the special properties that they showed us here? As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links to Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy a merch from HeiseSays or Teespring, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now. Bye for now. Bye for now.